Ever found any random and interesting pieces on your video game boxes? Well, in today's video, we'll be talking about 10 things that were found inside video game boxes. Before we dive in deeper, take a second to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. That way you never miss out on future updates. This is Gameatology. A secret compartment in the statue. In the Batman Arkham Origins Joker statue, people have discovered that somewhere on the statue was a secret compartment that houses a piece that you could put on the statue. This is a spoiler for the game if you haven't finished playing the game yet. Spoiler alert! Consider yourself warned. What we have in the statue is a plastic bag that has a black mask head. This piece is cool considering how the game unraveled. You can actually replace the pre-installed Joker head with the black mask head. Number 2. The guy stuck in the sand. Number 2 is a rather tricky yet somehow obvious one. When you look at the Far Cry 3's cover art, you'll see that the main antagonist, Vaas, is obviously sitting on the sand. However, if you take a closer look, you'll notice that there's a head poking out of the sand. This bit of information is all we need to know that there was a secret cameo in the game and that we could find the person at the coordinates x 620.6, y 557.8. If you get to the exact coordinates safely, you'll find that there actually is a person almost completely buried in sand. Number 3. The Shuni Mudra. Another Far Cry reference in this one. We can find that in the cover art for Far Cry 4 is the main antagonist, Pagan Min, sitting on a statue. And that's not just any statue. Considering that the game is set in the Himalayas, it's not surprising that we'll find an Indian culture reference. If you look at the statue's hand, you'll find that it's in the form of the Shuni Mudra, an Indian pose that signifies patience. Ring any bells? No? Then you'll be surprised when you find out that you can finish the game within the first 20 minutes of the game if you wait for Pagan Min to come back after he leaves, where he then allows you to pay respects to your mother. Number 4. Borderlands 3 Cover Secrets. If you look closely at Borderlands 3's cover art, you'll notice that there are all sorts of numbers and letters etched on the gun. We have found out that you can use that exact code to unlock a DLC. Aside from that, however, you can also find Morse code that says, "Where is the first Volter? Who is the Destroyer?" and even "Find the Machine." All these deciphered codes all seem to have something to do with the game's lore. Number 5. Inside Surprise Statue. The game Inside by Playdead was already a surprising good game in itself, that no one thought that there would be any more other surprises coming from them. Well, it turns out that we're wrong, because in 2019, Playdead released a surprise box that cost about $375. The only thing that people knew about the box was that Playdead had a collaboration with a sex toy company. After ordering the box, however, people were surprised when they received it, because what was inside the box was an accurately fleshy figurine of the game's end boss. Number 6. The Back Cover Hack. In the game Starship Titanic, you have to finish the final puzzle to completely finish the game. However, you don't necessarily have to do it since the game is technically already finished. What makes this last portion so tricky is that there are all sorts of knobs and dials that you have to properly put into the right places to solve. But the game developers decided, you know what, to heck with it. Let's just put the cheat sheet in the back of the box's cover. And indeed, what you'll find in the back is an image of the problem, but with all the knobs and dials all in the right places. Number 7. Another back cover hack. In the game Metal Gear Solid, you'll be coming across a part of the game where you'll be needing the Meryl codec. But how exactly are you going to find the codec? Well, it's a lot easier than you expected, since all you ever had to do was check the back of the box. On the back cover, you'll find an image of Meryl and the code, which was 140.15. Next time you come across a hard puzzle, maybe you should take a look at the game's container. John Romero is Doom Guy. We're not saying that John Romero is Doom Guy himself, but what we are saying is that John Romero is Doom Guy in the cover of the original Doom game. That was a bit of a mouthful, but let me explain. Back when the cover art of Doom was being designed, John Romero didn't like the illustrations that came from the model that they chose. So what he did came off as a surprise to all. He took off his shirt and posed on the spot for the illustrator to draw. With that in mind, it's now going to be difficult not to imagine John Romero when looking at the original cover art. Number 9. Truth Hidden in the Runes. If you own the PS4 Special Edition copy of God of War, then you also own a bunch of other specialty items. However, the most important piece would probably be the cloth map that you get with the entirety of the collection. What makes this map so interesting is the fact that it has actual runes that came from the game itself. According to Redditors, you could get quite a bit of background on the game if you could successfully decipher the runes. But that should be a whole video in itself. Number 10. You Are Mr. Gay. Definitely one of the weirder ones among this list. This message apparently became known a while after the game Super Mario Galaxy was released. People realized that there were stars twinkling on very specific letters on the game's cover art. If you look closely, you will find that there's a star on the letter U, R in the word Super, the letters M, R in the word Mario, and lastly, the letters G-A-Y on the word Galaxy. Now, who knows if this was intended or not, but it's probably a perfect fit for the video, since it's technically still in the middle of Pride Month at the time that this video was created. Want to learn more weird and random game-related news? Then keep your eyes peeled for the next one. All it takes for you is to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. So what was your favorite part on the list? Mine was definitely the "You Are Mr. Gay" bit. I mean, it's so random, especially coming from a company like Nintendo. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.